Drafting worldwide, wide. Going back to my floor plan, I'm going to show you one other option that one of you guys brought up. First of all, I'm going to go to my roof. I'm going to just delete this one. And then I'm going to go back to my floor plan. And I'm going to eliminate this bump out altogether. And what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to make a roof. Let's go to architecture, roof. Again, I'm going to pick these. I'm going to uncheck my define slope over there. And I'm going to click on this line, and I'm going to change this to a, let's say, 512. And just for fun, I'm going to leave this one at 9, that one at 5. And I'll show you what it looks like to have two different slopes. This is what we're going to call a salt box style roof. Oh, and right now, so this is a great example. So it put the roof down here at that level. So if I click on this roof, and I come over to my properties, it has an option of what level it's going to live on. I don't want it on the base level to be on first floor. I want it to be on roof. And you can see it made this salt box roof. And I could modify that even more, make it even more drastic. I could make this like a 1412, and it does that. So I could do all kinds of different changes with this, just playing around with it. So I could do something like that. Again, I'll hover over the walls, hit tab, select, attach to the roof. If I want to change this later on, I say, you know what, I just don't like that. I'm going to go ahead and make this a 512 also. I think this one I changed to 4. Yeah, so I'm going to make them even. So right there I have the peak right in the middle because I have two equal slopes from both directions. So the next thing I wanted to show is this. I'm just going to put a shed roof, that's what we call a shed roof, off the back side of this. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to go to roof. And this time, instead of picking walls, I'm going to use a rectangle. And I'm just going to arbitrarily pick a size like that, because what I can do now is I can use my annotate, and it's not giving me there we go. And I can dimension this. I can say, okay, well, I'm going to add one more dimension to that. I want this to be like 4 feet back. And then I want this to be 36. And I want this to be 12 feet of roof. And I want this, I don't want it on the base level, I want it on the roof level. I say okay, I look at that view, oh, there's no slope dividing, so it just made a flat roof. So I can do this, I can edit the footprint, click on that edge, and I'm going to make this a 412. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. That's just goofy. So now I got a lot of different options. So the one thing I could do is I could come over here and change this roof pitch to something like a 12-12 to take that up to that. I could select this roof. You get all these neat roof tools that come in, and I'm going to join that edge to that roof, and basically I get something like that. Now I'd have to have posts and beams out here, but this is what we call a shed roof. The other thing that I could do is if I look at my elevation over here, instead of using 2x8s or 2x4x8 foot long, I could make this 12 feet high. And then I could drop this roof, click on that shed roof, and over here in my properties, I have a base offset from, we'll just expand this, make it a little bit more visible. Base offset from level, I'm going to drop this down to -2 feet and do something like that. So the great thing and the difficult thing is there's literally endless possibilities with this. The software is difficult to learn how to use the different roof commands, but once you get the hang of them, it gives you a lot of flexibility. I can help you with that through that process, but a lot of it's just going to be playing around with things, running into problems, getting errors, deciding what you want to do, how you want to do it. Just to mix this up, give you 1 or 2 more options with this. Let's say we had these as slope defining instead. And made this one not slope defining. And let's make these 4-12. And now I have something like that. If I take away that 2-foot drop, I want it to 0. Cling, cling, 0. And once again, I can click on that roof, use this roof join tool. I could have something that looks like that. So there's a lot of different options. Right now it's just a matter of playing around with it, coming up with some different things. It looks like the one nice thing about having a roof this steep is you can use this whole space up here for storage. If I do something like this where I have a 512 or a 412, then I'm not going to have much space for storage up there. But it's going to be a lot cheaper to build.